I'd like to preface this video by saying that we live in a programmed world. These days, I can even say that and mean it literally, but that's another story for another time. From the time we are tiny, we're programmed to live on the farm, to be a cog in the wheel of this society. We are taught by every organization exactly how to fit into our little box and see everything a certain way from inside of that box, and we're programmed what to believe about our reality, our environment, and how everything works in order for us to fit into that small, programmed existence. And while they get that for the majority of us, this program takes, at least on some level, and many people stay inside their little boxes, operating in that extremely narrow worldview, and they die in it too, that programming doesn't take for everyone. People who, even if they don't know what's wrong, they know things are not what we've been told. And part of waking up is the attempt to see beyond the illusions we've been programmed with and then find out what's really going on here. And hopefully undo some of the bad programming that actually doesn't really serve you, the individual. It only serves the collective, the society, and the elite who are running things. And as we do that, we start to realize some very basic but astonishing things. For me, this included the realization that we have purposefully never been told the truth about how almost anything works, and that includes ourselves. Some people will say that part of that is hubris, and that's probably true to an extent, but the majority of it is about occult knowledge, secret, hidden knowledge, compartmentalization, and control and domination. That being said, I don't watch a lot of new movies these days. As things progress, I actually find myself retreating to old films when I do watch a movie. One of the movies that made a big impact on me even before I woke up was Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Hello, I'm Howard Mirziak, founder and president of Lacuna Incorporated. Why remember a destructive love affair? Here at Lacuna, we have perfected a safe, effective technique for the focused erasure of troubling memories.
Keep in mind, this is years before I'd ever heard anything about Montauk, one of the settings in that film, and the conspiracies surrounding government mind control experiments that may have happened there, or any of that stuff. In the film, if you haven't seen it, a man played by Jim Carrey goes to a clinic to get painful memories erased from his mind. He wants to erase his relationship with a girl that he loved that ended really badly. And when I watched that film, I just got the sense right away that it was probably more fact than fiction. And it left one of those impressions on me where I was thinking about it even months later after I watched it, trying to imagine what kind of world it would really be if we could all just erase memories we don't want. And now it has just come out this week that researchers are reporting they have figured out how to delete problematic memories. And they're going to roll this out of the gate the way they always roll all of these things out, that it's just the most glowing, wonderful thing, that there are no negative things that could possibly ever happen, that it will only be used for the most positive, wonderful things ever. Like erasing anxiety disorder causing memories or PTSD causing memories. Like it's just okay to do that, and there won't be other ramifications from that for you as a human being. Disorders, by the way, that are caused by how screwed up our society is. And just a couple of years ago, it came out that they can now implant false memories in mice while they sleep. A headline which, again, seems like something out of the film Dark City, but really it's only something they've been working on for decades.
Elizabeth Loftus, who's done some really fascinating work looking at planting false memories. Or she successfully, in a number of her experiments, has planted false memories, including people believing that they've been at Disney World with characters who are not Disney characters.
Many people believe that memory works like a recording device. You just record the information, then you call it up and play it back. But decades of work in psychology has shown that this just isn't true.
And today, after years of research, I realized that the real dehumanization and singularity has to do with evolving us into biological, programmable androids and merging us onto the smart grid and the Internet of Things. And I know that sounds insane when I just say it like that, but We've only been being warned about this for at least 200 years. And it's happening all around us right now, and most people don't recognize what's going on. But since World War II, government agencies and militaries and elite foundations have been funding all of the science behind, can you program a human being like a computer, like a machine, and thus control society much more efficiently? Put these two lines of research together and just think about that for a minute, considering who is running society today. I mean, can you imagine it? It doesn't take very long to get from that to George Orwell's 1984, where no one can remember anything and the whole past is erased and everything good is because of Big Brother and you'll only think certain thoughts. And I mean, it just, these organizations like DARPA, they always come out with this stuff. They're like, we just want to help elderly people with Alzheimer's. That's the whole reason, because we're the huggy kissy foundation of awesome that just loves your grandma. And that's just not what's going on. They're the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. They're a military agency. They make weapons. They're not there because they just want to cure every little boo-boo and hurt feeling you ever had from a bad thing that happened to you. And now they're talking about creating pills to erase memories. And they're talking about using CRISPR technology, which in my last video, I discussed how they've now found causes hundreds of off-target mutations, to be able to implant false memories in mice while they sleep. I mean, and there are still people who scoff at the idea of the Mandela effect, like, that's just a loony idea. How could you even suggest that such a thing could be possible? Are you kidding? They've been experimenting on people's brains for years and years and years trying to figure stuff like that out. And if they did, do you think they would tell you? And if they told you, do you think you would be told the real aims behind it? You wouldn't be. We're all compartmentalized. And here we are right now watching the Worldwide Brain Initiative go down right in front of our faces. Like, it's just going to be so great because you know how much the government and the military and all of the elite foundations only have your best interest at heart. Big Brother loves you. They also want you to believe that you live on a soulless rock flying around randomly in empty space and nothing means anything, so it's totally fine to just take a pill and erase your memories. And I just want to say that I've always known that things happen in life for a reason. I have repeatedly witnessed destiny and fate play out, not just in my own life, but in the lives of people around me in profound and miraculous ways that science, with all of its gadgets and gizmos and so-called laws of nature, couldn't attempt to explain in 100 million years. And even some of the most painful things that I've ever been through, horrible things. I had a screwed up childhood, you guys. If those things hadn't happened, though, I would not be who I am today, sitting right here where I am today. And I know that I'm sitting here talking to you right now, telling you this for a reason. We're all here for a reason. Every single one of you individually is here for an important reason. We're just never told that. You aren't meant to think you're important. In fact, we're taught to go through our entire lives believing the exact opposite. And nothing has any consequences, and empathy doesn't matter, and nothing you do matters, and YOLO, and all this other ridiculous nonsense. If I erased some of my painful memories, I would not continue to grow from those experiences. I would not have learned the levels of forgiveness or the depths of my own inner strength. And ultimately, I would be a little less human. We all would if we could just pop a pill and erase our painful memories. And being a little less human is exactly what this system is trying to do. That is what the dehumanization and the singularity is really all about. It's a heartless, apathetic, machine-run, eternal sunshine of the spotless mind, dark city matrix, where we can all be programmed biological androids. Sure, they're not going to call it that. They'll call it the new evolution, and erroneously claim we were always headed here anyway, and this is just nature taking its course, when it so obviously isn't. But that's the real agenda, and this right here is just another piece of that.
Memory works a little bit more like a Wikipedia page. You can go in there and change it, but so can other people.